Good morning. Good morning to Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. I think I got all the spots. Good morning to the abundance creators who are in the Facebook group. If you are just stumbling upon this live stream, my name is Devi Maisha, and I am the Sensual Energy Alchemist, CEO of Sensual Energy Alchemy LLC. I am a master life coach, a sacred sexuality teacher, and my business reconnects Black women to their freedom, sovereignty, and power through sensuality and pleasure. We are on day 17 of the 40-day abundance plan. It has been an amazing ride thus far, certainly for me personally. It has been an amazing ride thus far. So welcome to everyone who is joining across the social media platforms. I'm glad to have you here. So we are on day 17. And if you don't know, if you're just stumbling upon us, we have been doing the 40-day prosperity plan, which is part of the abundance book written by John Randolph Price. We are on day 17, which is statement 7. Here you go. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. And remember, you can switch up the word God, swap it out for whatever works for you. I'm not interested in the dogma of it. This book was written in 19, right? Let's just say that right there. Oh, it's 1987. It's not that long ago. Well, not to me. But still, fill in the word with whatever's going to resonate with you. Make this personal to you. Don't change up the whole statement, but you can switch that out. Let me read statement 7 again. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting God appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. Now, as I've often said, normally I don't plan in advance the things that are going to be spoken of today. But as I was getting ready for this, what really came to me was, where are you holding back your unique expression? If you think about statement 1 says, God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. This all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me, the reality of me. This substance, this all-providing abundant substance, is individualized as you. Where are you holding back your unique expression of this substance? And I say that because you are as unique as your fingerprint. I say this often, but some of you might not have heard me say it before. Your fingerprint, you are the only person in the world with this fingerprint, hence why you can be identified as it. Billions of people on the planet, you are the only one with this fingerprint, okay? Which means that you are a very specific and unique expression of the divine. You are a very specific and unique expression of this rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. You were gifted with a way in which to allow this expression to flow into the world that no one else has. So, for instance, a burger is a burger is a burger. It's a patty of meat, right? That's what it is. But how many patty meat spots can we rattle off? McDonald's has its own unique formula. Burger King has its own unique formula. Wendy's has its own unique formula. Jack in the Box, do they sell burgers? I think they have their own unique formula. Heck, now you've got the vegan meats. That's its own unique different formula, a little spin-off of the patty. You get what I'm saying? Like at its core, a burger is a burger is a burger. But each spot has its own flavor. That's you. There's no one else on this planet who has your flavor, your expression of the divine mind. Literally no one else. As Beyonce says, you're one of one, the only one. And so if you understand that and you truly believe that you are this divine expression in the flesh, where are you holding back on allowing this rich, omnipresent substance of the universe to flow through you and express itself in the world fully? Because see, that substance that is you is always expressing itself. It's always working in the background. It's always wanting to come forth. It's always wanting to be free. But what's layered on top of it are societal rules and expectations, cultural rules and expectations, familial rules and expectations, gender rules and expectations. Social media is telling you what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. You've got your friends that you don't think you want to lose, or you've got your job and your titles, and you think that that's who you are. And your career is what you do, and then that becomes your identity. On and on and on and on and on. All of that is covering your unique expression of the divine. Now, some folks are fortunate enough to come into this world where they are able to bypass that, and how they move in the world and their expression of the divine comes together like this. Prince comes to mind. I love Prince. Love me some Prince. So sad he's not here to gift us with more music. I often wonder what he would be writing about right now. But Prince is one of those people where it was very clear that his unique expression of the divine and how he walked in the world was very clear and merged together. Who you are, the uniqueness that is you, where are you holding back that expression and why? I almost titled this where you holding back your sensual expression, but I wanted to broaden it because I do believe that our sensual expression, which is our bodies and the way that we move through the world, and also the way we express ourselves sensually and sexually, is also dampened by all of these things. And that squelches our energy, and it keeps us small. And it keeps us hidden. And oftentimes we're not allowing the full expression of ourselves to come through because we're afraid. So, an example, I went to this wonderful retreat, Lover Girl Weekend. Shout out to Tora Sense. Go give her a follow, and Curved to Cuff, which is her business. If you're interested in learning how to date, that is not my link. If you're interested in learning how to date, reach out to Tora. So I went to her retreat. Amazing time. Wonderful experience. And there was one portion where she wanted us to dance and just like move this energy through our bodies. Now, I have no problems doing that. I will move through, take one glance at my Instagram page or any, mostly all of my social media, except for you, LinkedIn. I haven't put it on there quite yet, though. But if I have no problems doing that. However, I was around women I didn't know. It was a slightly different environment than I was accustomed to. And so I found myself holding back my unique expression when it came to dancing and moving. I didn't want to be perceived a certain way. And I'm sure some of you have been in situations like that. It's like you feel this thing in you that wants to be moved, but you're like, nah, I gotta hold back. But as the song went on, I could feel where the expression was bumping up against my preconceived notions about how I was supposed to behave. And I'm not talking about breaking laws, y'all. Okay. There are laws in society for a reason. So this is not about anarchy, right? There are certain ways that we have to keep um, some type of order in society, right? But you can still express yourself freely within that, right? Yes, I feel like this a lot. Okay, thank you. So as the song went on, I'm finding myself feeling like I want to burst through, but I can feel me holding back. And at one point in my head, I was just like, forget it. That's not really what I said in my head, but it's early on a Saturday, so I'm trying to watch my potty mouth a little bit. And I was like, forget it. And I got I was on the floor and I let out the loudest yell because that's what needed to come forth from me. And I could feel some of the women in the room kind of like, whoa. I could feel that. But I also knew that in me expressing myself that way, a few things were likely to happen. One, I felt better because I did. Two, it was going to let other women know that they have permission to do the same because sometimes we think we don't have permission to be our most authentic expression of the divine. We don't have the go ahead to do it, and we're waiting for someone to kind of give us permission to say, is it okay that I'm like this? Yes, let today be that day. Yes, it is okay. Express yourself. Express yourself. I really wish I could play music on these live streams. So where are you? The question for you to journal on today is, where are you? Oh, and by the way, yes, after that, it was amazing. I took off my sweatshirt. I will get naked, y'all, but I just took off my sweatshirt and I just continued to move my body, and it all felt, there was such a release. That's my unique expression. And I've learned to own it. And even that situation showed me where I would try to hide it or fight it. And it was feedback for me of where I still needed to do work in allowing my freest expression to come forth into this world without being afraid of what others might think about it. I am the only one in this world with my fingerprint. I am the only person in this world who can express the divine the way it wants to come through me. If you believe in a higher power, if you believe in a God, Allah, right, divine creator, how dare you hold back the fullest expression of that large energy that wants to express itself through the beauty of your body, through the beauty of your mind. It's kind of like that Marianne Williamson, you know, saying that, our greatest fear, that one. Like, who are you to tell divinity, nah, you gave me too much power there. Nah, that's too much expression. Nah. What? No, remember statement one. Source energy, I'm gonna switch it up from time to time. Source energy is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. This all providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as you. So can you see how if you are holding back your unique expression, your unique sensual expression, you are also holding back your abundance because you are holding back the energy that is the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. You are a gatekeeper to that energy. And because you put a brake on it, it cannot express itself fully through you. It is already doing its work in the background. It's just waiting for you to open the door and walk through. And when you do that, things shift in your life and you find yourself in a flow. This does not mean you don't ever experience pain. This does not mean you don't ever experience grief. We have this either or, it's a both and. You will experience pain and grief. You will experience heartache in this world. That is part of the process. But when you are open to all of the abundant energy that this divine mind has for you, you are able to better transmute your grief and transmute your sorrow into something that you can utilize to create even more and greater in your life. Does this make sense to y'all? I want you to really understand and get how powerful and sovereign you are. I want you to really understand that you have permission to be the fullest expression. In the front of my journal, there's a I forget the name of the books. I have to go find them on The Way of Mastery. I don't remember who the author is, but I was listening to these audiobooks on YouTube, and they are someone's interpretation of Yeshua's teachings. And it's The Way of Mastery. And I was listening to them, and I would listen to them while I was asleep. You know, I like listening to things when I sleep because it really gets into the subconscious mind. Like my frontal lobe isn't blocking the transmission of it. One of the things that I wrote in the front of my journal, how much of God am I willing to receive and allow to be expressed through me? How much of God am I willing to receive and allow to be expressed through me? How much of Goddess are you willing to receive and allow to be expressed through you? How much of source energy are you willing to receive and allow to be expressed through you? How much of the Creator are you willing to receive and allow to be expressed through you? And can you, as you say that, can you start to feel, we've been working on feeling in the body. Can you start to feel a difference in an energetic expansion? I mean, I do, but I do a lot of body work. It's almost like you're turning on a light bulb in you. You're turning up the wattage on your power. And when you're living in that, what did we say yesterday? Statement 6? No, statement 5. Statement 5, money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. This power, this wattage, this expression that you allow to come through you is your supply. Your consciousness of this truth is unlimited because this power is unlimited. Therefore, your supply is unlimited. And in the statement 6, we said, my inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply and action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Again, see how this weaves together through into your body. As we go through this week, I want you to read these statements, and I want you to see how your body is feeling about each of them. Which statement makes you feel the most tense? Which statement brings you the most joy? Which statement causes anxiety or anger? Statement 5 caused me anger. Money is not my supply. What the hell? What kind of joke is this? Of course. And I keep talking about this. Statement 5 made me angry. And when you notice how you feel about each statement, that's a place where you are blocking the divine mind, the creator, goddess, God, Yeshua. Some of y'all think Yeshua is God. Allah, Yahweh, the great potato. That is where you are blocking. And where you are blocking, you are also blocking your own abundance. So it is not, even though there are systems in place, and there are systems in place that attempt to keep people of color in a position, we have the power to circumvent those systems because we are part of something that is far more powerful than they are. What does that look like for you? I don't know. I cannot tell you that. Literally, on a practical level, for some people, it looks like leaving this country. You understand what I'm saying? We keep focusing on what it looks like. You might not even know what it looks like for you yet, because you're not fully tapped in to the divine mind yet. But as you continue with this process and you tap in and you understand again that you are a unique expression of the creator, of God, of goddess, as you get into that flow, you will find that although the systems around you may try to perpetuate an idea that you are less than, although the systems around you may try to perpetuate this idea that you cannot have, you will find yourself overriding the systems. And in doing so, perhaps creating new ways so that others can also step out of that system. Does this make sense? Because we often get caught up in the idea that we are being held back and that we don't have any options. I feel like I'm going around, but I hope it all ties back in for you. The systems exist. They do. The systems make a real good attempt. And many of us get caught up in it. We do. At the same time, many of us also believe in something higher, but we don't trust it. We talked about that. We don't trust it. So we just believe in it because somebody handed that idea down to us, but we don't actually believe in it. It's just that we were taught to do that. Then it's not really a unique expression. Do you believe or don't you? Are you believing because everybody told you to? Like, do you believe in source or God or something because that's just what everybody told you to do? It's what you heard all your life. It's what your grandmama and your aunties and them said. So you believe it too? Or do you actually believe that there is something greater that you can trust in, that when you allow its full expression to come through, you will always be taken care of? That's a question for you. All right. Statement 7. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting the Creator appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. It is a lot to feel. It's a lot to feel. I'm going to read this one more time. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. This is its responsibility, not mine. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth. Therefore, I am totally confident in letting go and letting Goddess appear as the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. One of my favorite songs, and I did not grow up Christian or anything like that. I'm a spiritual person. You can see my whole altar behind me back there. I'm really more of a witch, if anything. Well, one of my favorite songs is I think his name is Dwayne Woods. I'm not sure, but it's a song called "Let Go, Let God." Um, and let me. I think like the uh the lyrics right now might be appropriate. Um, oh, I don't know. Somebody else wrote that. Is this yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it at all. That ain't it at all. Um, I gotta find it. I might end up putting it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Um, I'm not gonna read the whole song, but I'll tell you this. When I first came back to New York and um my marriage was over and I was lost for a couple of years. And my whole identity was wrapped up in me being a wife and a mother. I did not know what it meant to be a woman. I met my ex-husband at 22. I got married at 23, had my first child right before my 25th birthday. Like there was a lot happening, in that time. He had a daughter, so I became an instant mom. And so when I left that marriage, there was a lot of shell shock for probably 4 or 5 years if I think about it now. And this was one of the songs. Good morning. This was one of the songs that I would listen to and that would make me cry at the time because I realized that I didn't have any trust in anything. Nothing. Belief, sure. Trust, no. And I really felt like I was always going to get the shit end of the stick. I really did. I believed that things just did not work out for me, that my life was just me being a victim and I might as well just try and get through it. I really held on to that belief. But the chorus of this, um, as soon as I stopped worrying how the story ends, I let go and I let God. Let God have his way. Now, y'all know I don't believe God is a he, but we're going to go with the lyrics of the song, okay? That's when things start happening. When I stopped looking at back then, I let go and I let God have his way. The song is Let Go, Let God by Dwayne Woods, by the way, if anybody wants to go and look it up. And that song and a few others is just really helpful in getting me back on track. And like I said, I am not a dogmatic person. I am not a believer in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, but I am a spiritual person. And I believe that there is merit. And I grew up Muslim. I believe there's merit in Islam and Christianity and Buddhism, in Hinduism, in the practice of Ifa and Candomblé and Santeria. There's merit in all of it. Decide which vehicle you're driving in out and go for it. But this song right here, as many gospel songs do, got me. So I'll post it in the Facebook group for those who are interested in it. All right, that is it for today. I know it's a lot to take in. It is a lot to really surrender and allow this divine energy to flow through you. It's a lot to let go of. It's a lot to trust. This is really the basis of what the religions came to teach us. We've been fed all this extra crap above it, all these rules and regulations, but really what it is at its base is this divine energy wants to express itself through you. Let it do it. And your life will be abundantly cared for. Not maybe in the way you think it should, not in the way that your egoic mind thinks it should, but it will be taken care of. But you must trust it. You must trust it. It is not the money that will take care of you. It is this life, this all abundant life force energy that is constantly working in your favor and on your behalf. That will take care of you. Okay. Okay, as always, just a few announcements. And running really quickly through it, I've got some email. I got an email going out to the abundance creators here, those who are part of the 40-day prosperity plan, who signed up back when I first opened it. If you didn't sign up, no worries. The playlist is of all the videos are on my YouTube channel under a playlist that says Sensual Abundance 2023. So you can feel free to watch them one day at a time and follow the instructions. The Q&A is also there so you understand how this actually works. But for the abundance creators who started this journey, there's an email coming out to you today. If you are on my email list for Sensual Energy Alchemy, there's an email coming out to you later today. I do have my class, which I keep messing up the date because the numbers are all over the place, but it is Tuesday, January 9th. At 8 p.m. And it is an introduction to yoni massage and vaginal mapping. And I did a short video last night explaining the importance of this practice. And the reason why it's important is because for women, we don't realize that we hold emotions and energy in our womb space and in our vaginal canal. Many of us have not been taught anything about our genitals whatsoever, except for here's a pad. When we started our menses, don't get pregnant. We are unaware of our orgasmic potential. We are unaware of how the energy of our orgasmic potential can actually allow us to be closer to that divine, abundant energy that is within us. In fact, we were taught very much the opposite. And I'll explain why we were taught the opposite during this class, because it's important for you to know the difference between some of the things that you were taught and what was really good. Okay. So we're going to go a little bit into the history of that. It increases blood flow, right? Vaginal mapping can increase blood flow. Increasing blood flow increases orgasmic pleasure. Vaginal mapping helps you to understand your body better so that when you are engaging in intimate activities, you have a better voice for yourself. And when it frees up this energy, when you map and go through this process, it frees up this energy in you that allows you to tap more into your creative mind as a woman and to create a different life for yourself. The class is free. It is this Tuesday, January 9th at 8 p.m. You just need to register for the class. And that's it. That's all there is for that. There's another free event that I am part of as soon as I get more information with some really special women. As soon as I get more information, I will announce it here. It most likely will be next weekend. I believe it's next weekend. And again, that's gonna be an amazing conversation on sensuality and the erotic for women. And I'm really looking forward to that discussion. Other than that, I think that's all I want to say today. If you don't know, Black Tantra Group is hosting, we're hosting a retreat in April. So please check us out. The link is there. We are hosting a sacred sexuality retreat. So if this is intriguing to you, or the idea of sensual expression is intriguing to you, we'll be talking about erotic shadow work, sex magic, your wealth frequency, and how your sensual and sexual energy ties into your wealth frequency. That's going to be taught by one of our teachers, and a lot more. But you can go to the website to find out more about the retreat. You can get 10% off of your deposit if you use the code BTG, like Black Tantra Group, BTG 2024. To get your deposit in. And I would suggest you do it quickly because spaces are already there. They are going fast. Our retreats sell out. And the last thing is Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. We have our next brunch coming up in the NYC area, May 5th. Please get on our mailing list so that you can be informed about where that brunch is going to be, and so that you can secure your seat for that one too. I think we're going to try and find a larger venue. Our brunches sell out, and then we have people saying, when I'd like to come to the next one. So we'll look and see if we can find a larger venue to host a few more people. And of course, this is my link. If you'd like to reach out to me for anything, you can definitely shoot me an email. You can send me a DM. You're more than welcome to set up a consultation with me as well. And I think that's all the information I have to give you today. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Val, I see you. I was on here at like 9ish, but I see your name popped up. Yay, you caught it live. Yay. But I'm about to end. So I will be back here tomorrow around 9ish, as it goes. I was pretty close today. Enjoy your Saturday. For those of you in the Northeast, stay warm out there. It's supposed to snow in certain places. So get your thermals out. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.